Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time I'm watching this. So I've been having some performance issues in Darktide lately, and I thought, oh, maybe it was just something they did with the patch. And technically, yes, technically, no. Also, before I actually get into this, am I crazy? Has the Morning Star moved? I don't remember the skybox looking like this. Now, that being said, I admit I don't look up that often, but I feel like the skybox either got updated or the Morning Star moved. Also, got lot more green here as far as my lighting settings. But the reason why I was having performance issues is because my DLSS got changed from balance to quality, which is not ideal. Also, I don't know if I even... I don't even know if I want DLSS on, to be honest. Like, it could go on, it could go off, like... oh, maybe I do. I don't know. It just got all icky all of a sudden. Let me put that shit back on. Much better. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, we're gonna be playing the new game mode, which or new event, which is Fat Shark. You know, if you're ever gonna listen to me here and good. This event is one of the greatest events you've ever done. Not only is it incredibly here, let me move my damn PNG for a second. Let me center post for a moment. This is one of the greatest events you've ever done. Not just because it is incredibly fun. It is also the rewards aren't ass. And I understand that it's a little mean, but the reward isn't just a insignia or a border. You get 500 Aquilas at the end. That is so good. Now, I'm not saying every event you need to do is 500 Aquilas. Hell, if they were 250 Aquilas, I think it'd be way better. Or, well, not way better, but that'd be fine. But giving Aquilas at the end of especially a rather large event, you have a lot of skulls to destroy, is so good. Anyway, that's why we'll be playing more of this event. Right now, let me just move myself back. And with the classic Mach 4 knife, Mach 2 ripper gun, and then for the talents we have Heavyweight, Smash 'em, Best Defense, Big Friendly Rock, Soften 'em Up, Pumped Up, Indomitable, Stomping Boots, Trample, Slam, Strike True, Batter, almost said Pension Seeker, Attention Seeker, No Pushover, Bruiser, Get Stuck In, Frenzied Blows, Dominate, Delight and Destruction, Heavy Hitter, Unstoppable, Just Get Started, and Great Cleaver. That's the build. Let's get into a game, shall we? Alrighty, and we're in. Just ready up. I was talking about it in a different video, but let me mention it in here because I think it's an interesting thing to talk about, and that video doesn't get as much traction as my Darktide ones. It's kind of a funny, stupid topic, but it's one of those things where like I guess all art is political. The Omegaverse fiction, essentially, it's gay porn, TLDR, where you have your alphas, your omegas, your betas. They all serve different roles in society, and I don't know much about it, so don't pretend like I'm some, or don't get it twisted that I'm some knower of this. I just merely exist on the internet and have absorbed its knowledge recreationally, or not recreationally, but secondarily. And essentially what it is Japanese, or like Asian, or other countries, but typically in the post I'm referring to, which I'm talking about, Japanese writers who write fan fiction in the Omegaverse. The heat suppressants that the Omegas have to take, I think, to reduce their pheromone count, because they have heat cycles or whatever, are covered by insurance. But Western fanfic writers, it is often overpriced and a source of distress for the Omegas. And, so shit like that is like, wow, all art really is political. Now you're saying, oh, but by that, what do you mean? Like, what is your PNG political? Well, you can argue that the sexualization of fascistic elements makes it more palatable to the average person because it is nice to look at. Because obviously, I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't ask for my Inquisitor PNG to have huge knockers. I did, in fact. In fact, I originally wasn't going to be a PNG. It was just going to be an Inquisitor, an Inquisitor OC. And I was like, I like corsets and I like big chests, so I was like, oh, she's going to have an Inquisitor and a corset, and she's going to have rather large chest. And in my PNG, I was like, well, that's got to stay true to character. Moves like Jaga. This guy's name is Jaga. But I digress. I don't know, it's just funny to think about. Of course, I can't, it's hard to talk about it with people because then I have to be like talking about the Omegaverse. So I'll just talk to a captive audience. Not that you're captives, you can click off the video at any point, but you won't because the implication. Or whatever. But speaking of batshit shit on the internet, you've probably seen these clips all over as sort of like a part of probably cringe compilations or like meme videos on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. There's a thing over there. Oh, it's a chaos spawner. Thought it was a heretic skull. It's gonna throw a rock at it. You get 250 skulls for... Actually, one quick criticism about this game mode, I wish I could just step on the skulls. I wish I didn't have to actually like interact with them. I wish I could just like smash them. You know what I'm saying? I've missed. Where the f did this guy come from? Anyway. And it's like people on VR chat who have lost their ability to recognize that it's not real. Be it willingly or unintentionally, it has shaped their brain in a way that is not good for them. So like people who have like quote-unquote phantom sense, or like people who like try to be all like cool and badass, and like I've seen clips of people get genuinely so angry they try to punch the guy that's successfully rage baiting them in VR chat. And like, I understand that like people do irrational things on games all the time, but like there has to be some sort of like study done on these people, I think, because the amount of it's the amount of people, and then like people around them will like, it sounds rude to say like, oh, they'll play into the delusion, but like I saw a clip where this guy was like, don't piss me off, and they were like, oh, you don't want to piss him off, and the guy was like, what is he gonna do? And the guy who's getting pissed off starts growling, and it's very clearly like genuine, or it's the greatest acting I've ever seen, and I tip my hat to thee, sir. But like, Jesus. Or like you might have seen the one where like the guy's the fake knife waving around and the guy tries to grab the knife. It's like, buddy. It's like, Jesus. Like, it generally cannot be good for your mind to get that in depth into, especially VR, right? Because the VR has the whole thing of like, did we destroy that thing? We did, right? I wasn't paying attention. I assume we did. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy. Like, I wonder, like, it's got to be, since there is a thing that your profile picture will change the way how you act on the internet. Like, you might have seen, I can't remember what it's called, but it is an actual, like, real-life thing that people experience, right? The way they type and interact changes with their profile picture. So if they have, like, a character they like, or like a happy image, or like a cute, funny image, they'll act more like amenable and like fun and happy. Generally, this is obviously changed for everyone, but generally. But if they have like a sad, edgy picture, they tend to be more sad and edgy. So I wonder if it's just an extension of that, or if it's something else going on. Because it's 100% not healthy to be true. Like, the people that play VR chat all day, every day, are not. Like, I'm not, and this is not for everyone. Obviously, everyone's different. But you know the people I'm talking about when I say this. Because I have a buddy who plays VR chat a lot, but she does it because she plays D&D in VR chat. So like, that's what's going down. Or like, it's the only way she really like interacts with people, like because her friends are all far away. That's more understandable. Like people who have essentially turned VR chat into a second life. It's crazy. Like it's voluntarily Sword Art Onlining themselves. Like, I think that, if I recall, there was a streamer who did, like, a VR stream for an extended pass, and he slept in VR, and it, like, fucked with his head, like, bad. And he had to go, like, see a psychiatrist after the, like, stream thought or whatever. Not me, though. I would never do that. I'd be fine if I did that. No, I dislike VR. It makes me motion sick. What can I say? Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I understand that it's really, at the end of the day, like, most of the people are just, like, I don't want to say incels, because that's maybe not the applicable word, but it's, like, social, what's the term? What's the term for, like, getting shunned by society? Not getting shunned by society, but not participating in society. What is it? Social. Oh, that's just indestructible. Oh man, pariahs. That's what we're looking for. Social pariahs who have like not clicked in their head that this is real life. Like they could, like life was not decided for them in high school, type shit. It's like the band kid equivalent of the high school quarterback who peaked in high school, right? I feel, honestly, at the end of the day, you just feel bad for them, because it's just like they don't even like realize what they're doing is like not good for them. And I'm not trying to say they're like destructing themselves, but I think what they're doing is bad for the soul. I'm not sitting here to tell you don't play VR chat, it's made by the devil or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, I think like if you play a lot of VR chat, you have to you need to like go outside, touch grass. Like, you need to realize that you are a flesh and blood thing. You are not just an avatar online. Like, there is a person that needs love and care more than just food and water. Where's my chaos spawn? I was promised a chaos spawn. And like, I'm not even like, I'm not trying to say that I'm that I'm like better than these people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, I feel bad for them. I'm not saying like I get outside all the damn time. In fact, I should get outside more. But like, I engage with reality and I don't reject it for a furry avatar. And also, like, Phantom Sense, I don't think Phantom Sense is fake, but I think a lot of people are faking it to, like, seem... Like, me personally, if I had Phantom Sense, I just wouldn't play the game where I get Phantom Sense. Like, if I get motion sick, I just don't play the games where I get motion sick. I don't play Subnautica, I don't play Star Citizen, I don't even play DRG that much. Which is weird, I get motion sick in DRG. Or, I don't know if it's motion sickness in DRG, but it's just like, something about DRG makes my head swirl. It's not claustrophobia, because I'm not claustrophobic. I'm somewhat claustrophobic IRL. It's like, it's a weird, it's very specific claustrophobia. Like, I tried going to a mine once, panicked the fuck out on that one. I was like, oh, I'm getting out of here, fuck that. So I don't know if that was claustrophobia or just being like, nah, fuck this, catching a bad vibe or whatever. But I guess like claustrophobia where I can willingly get out. I don't. If there are situations where I can willingly leave, what's the claustrophobic area, is fine. But like, I guess that's anybody, right? I mean, no one likes being like compressed against their will. I don't know. Oh shit. How many skulls are we at? We're at 1,800 skulls. Nice. Getting 500 Aquillas is so nice. Fat Shark. I'm not saying you have to give us 1,000,000 Aquillas every week or whatever. Like, having actual Aquila rewards is so nice. Because also, like, I really don't think you'll lose any sales on the stuff if you give away some Aquillas every now and then. Because 500 Aquillas isn't like... I mean, it's a lot. It's $5 worth. You're essentially giving me $5, but like, it's not enough to get like a full set. So I don't think you'll lose any sales on that. In fact, anything, you might get more sales because someone will be like, "Oh shit, I'm only like, I'm only another $5 away from this regimental outfit. Let me just, I got $5 on me. Let me just crack open Steam real quick." It's like it's the same shit of like why shit's $9.99 instead of $10. It makes it feel cheaper. Or whatever. What else was I gonna talk about? I had another thing to talk about. I got sour Skittles in the freezer. Sour Skittle gummies, so sorry. I can't eat normal Skittles anymore because my teeth are too sensitive since I've had like 3 root canals. So now I get the gummies whenever I eat candy. Although I'm not going to say I don't eat sweets, but I very rarely eat candy. Like, I don't go out of my way to get candy no more. Lock a kaboom. We have a lot of map left. This is Dark Communion, right? Yeah. Woo. Oh! I remember what I was going to talk about. So I don't watch Kaisi Night. That's not his name. Kaisinat. Now that it even feels wrong how I said it. Kaisinat. I'm putting too much mustard on the Sinat. However, his streamer university thing, which like one caught some hot, for some reason got in hot water because he only invited black streamers, and I'm like, it's just one of those things like, are people really mad about this? Like, hello? Like, I was expecting mostly black streamers anyway at this event. It's like he's helping out his friends, his people. That sounds like a lot worse than it is, but like, black people are statistically less likely to get less views across the board than most. I know that's weird saying because Kaisinat's the most popular streamer in the world, or one of the big streamers in the world, on Twitch at least. But it's you know, he's an exception, not the rule. And also it's just a weird thing to be mad about. But I don't watch it. I don't watch Kaisinat. I don't really like... It's not that I say I don't like him. It's just I probably disagree with him on a lot of things. And he's done some things in the past where I'm like, But a lot of the clips I've seen have been really funny. And it's just one of those things where I can never watch one of those streams for a long period of time because I think it's, one, a lot, and two, I think it's funnier in clips. Like, Kaisinat is, like, being the principal of this university. And he rented out a full legit-ass school from what I can see. Or, well, maybe not a legit-ass school. Probably an empty school building. Or an empty something or other. Dorm room, something. I can't see because of the smoke bomb. That's why the smoke bomb kind of sucks. It's often times a detriment to your teammates. But he's got the full blazer. He's got the khakis. He's got the like ring of a million keys on it. And he's full principal mode. And it's very funny. And like he has somehow managed to get the uncanny principal ability of manifesting whenever commotion, ruckus is afoot. It's like there was a clip of this guy walking through the halls and like he grabbed a balloon from the ceiling and like popped it and it made a loud noise. And around the next corner, Kaisenat just literally manifested and was like, "Come to my office." It was so funny. Or one where he walked away, like left the room with this other streamer, and the streamer started doing like gang signs. I don't know if they were real or not. I'm not gonna sit here and say I know that kind of stuff. But we'll just say that they were gang signs because that's clearly what they were meant to be interpreted as. And I don't know how he knew it because he did not have a screen in his hand. He just like sensed it and walked back in. It's like, what were you doing? And then like said, "Come to my office." It's very funny. But yeah, I kind of view Kaisenat as a person as the same sort of level of... He's like 2 steps away from Mr. Beast. Well, actually no, that's being mean to Kai. He's probably like 6 steps away from Mr. Beast. But Mr. Beast is like less a human. He's more of a, like, some sort of homunculus nowadays. Holy Retribution, and it's like the slowest boss in the game. Actually, would I say Beast and Nurgle is the weakest boss in the game? No. He's slowest, yeah, but I think, honestly, Beast and Nurgle's probably, like, just off-rip without thinking about him more. He's probably the deadliest. It obviously depends. Like, if you're near a bunch of ledges, obviously Plague Ogryn's the worst, but, like, I think on average, the Beast and Nurgle has ended more runs than Chaos Spawn. At least for me. For sure. Like, Plague Ogryn, obviously the weakest. But, like, Beast Nurgle, Demon Host excluded, because that's a special requirement. But even then, Demon Host has not ended as many runs as the Beast Nurgle has. Because even when Demon Host would kill 2 people and leave. Because, like, the issue with, like, him killing 2 people and leave is because it's like, yeah, it's 2 people are dead, gone. I shouldn't have picked up that ammo. They're gone. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So it's like, okay, 1 person's dead, get it out of here. Or, you know, if you kill it quickly, it's whatever. But the Beast and Nurgle's there for as long as he's there, right? So, like, if you got a massive horde and the Beast and Nurgle kidnaps someone and you're not able to pop the zit on the back to release your friend, it's fucked. And if he kills a friend, well, now you're down to 3 and the Beast and Nurgle's still there and he's probably healed some because he's probably eaten some poxwalkers. So, like, that's really where... I don't know what the health value is. I assume they all have similar health values. I would think. I mean, I don't know. There's a Demon Host right there. That gunner broke. Bring that ammo right there, and I'll take this. Like right here, Plague Ogryn's probably deadlier than the Beast Nurgle because there is all these ledges. Like Chaos Spawn is now the question is, do I think the Chaos Spawn's more deadly than the Plague Ogryn? I think technically yes, but it feels wrong to say. Chaos Spawn or Plague Ogryn? I think probably the Plague Ogryn. I feel like the Plague Ogryn does so much more damage. Like, I think the Chaos Spawn definitely is a lot stickier, but I think on average, I mean, but the Plague Ogryn's so easy to dodge compared to the Chaos Spawn, and like the grab, it can be deadly. Much to think about. Much to think about and ponder. I'd probably have to say Chaos Spawn's deadlier than the Plague Ogryn, although it does feel weird to say, I will say. Speaking of weird things, it's crazy one, Disney is like a corporate entity who only cares about money and has lost their identity. Because I think in the early 2000s, I would easily say, maybe not even the early 2000s, maybe like 2000s, like from 70s onward. Alright, we'll just say that. 70s to the 2000s, Disney had a genuine goals beyond making money. And this is maybe being a little kind, but this is going off pure vibes. Because, actually, when did Princess and the Frog come out? I'll say until then, whatever year that came out. Because obviously the message of Lilo and Stitch is that it's got like it has commentary about the tourist and colonial like struggles of the Hawaiian populace, because of tourism and whatnot, just sort of like gutting their culture for entertainment. And then, obviously with Stitch, found family, being an alien, that means that it's not the family is, Ohana means family. That's a family movie. It's about family being there for each other through thick and thin, and in the end, it's the ones that love you and care for you that matter most, and to, never give up on your family, right? And then in the new remake of Lilo and Stitch, spoiler for the ending if you give a shit, Nani gives Stitch to the state, and Lilo goes to an orphanage and is to a foster home, and is adopted while Lonnie goes off to college. And I get it's supposed to be like, oh, Lonnie's going off to college to be a better, so that you can be a better caretaker. But it's like, ugh. And also giving up Stitch, just come on now. Also, Commander Gantu, not in the movie. Because they were too lazy they didn't want to animate him because it cost money. A cultural, soulless stain upon the legacy of Lilo and Stitch. And essentially, if I ever have children, I doubt I will, we'll only be watching the original. It's very funny how, Dude Bros will be always like, oh, Disney's is more woke nowadays. They weren't woke back in the day. It's like, buddy, by modern Disney extremes, the original Lilo and Stitch is downright extreme, Marxism by your guys' logic. They make these guys easier to kill? What was that? I feel like those guys are a lot easier to kill. Call me crazy. There's a way to, smack someone early. I think I need the pickaxe for it. I don't know if it's in this barrier or the next one, but there's a way to, kill one of those guys, through the wall. Or maybe they patched it. That explosion has activated my tinnitus. A little bit. Okay, it's gone. So only a little bit. It sucks having tinnitus. I don't have bad tinnitus like some people. My tinnitus is very fickle. But when that shit's going, it's going. And, it's just one of those things where it's like, shit, man. I think if you have the pickaxe, you can kill that guy here. Or maybe it's this guy. Oh, I think it is. Oh, yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, I kind of wish there was more of a time constraint on this. Like, imagine, like, if you don't kill some cultists quickly enough, a fucking monstrosity will spawn. Or whatever. Excuse me. Bunk. Woo. Excuse me. There we are. Nice. Oh, also these are it pointed out to me by Joe Plays Games. These are like Death Guard terrain. I never really clicked. I knew that these were obviously, you know, Nurgle, but I didn't realize they're Death Guard specific terrain. So that's interesting. It's interesting. The three. Ah, that's more than two. Good. That's good heckin' game, and definitely me just not hitting H on accident. Nice. Well, that is going to be that. If you managed to find the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush teeth now. Have a good one. Oh, do you remember when Lilo and Stitch came to Disney Plus and they had to the original one? They had to change the scene where Lilo hides in the dryer to a like hiding behind a pizza box in a cupboard because kids were crawling in the dryer. A bunch of conspiracy theorists thought that was proof of Pizzagate. If you don't know what a Pizzagate is, it's essentially like accusing like all the world's politicians, like Hollywood elites and politicians and big business, essentially like major players on the global scale of like having a underground satanic pedophile ring, which is a crazy thing to think about. But that was a conspiracy theorist when that came out, and then Disney was like, no, just kids were, well, Disney wasn't, but everyone with a brain's like, no, kids were just crawling in dryers. Anyway. Now it's going to be the end of the video. If you made this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother, but you better brush your teeth now. Have a good one. Bye-bye.